Today, DAZA. Today it's Tuesday, yep, June 7. I received it yesterday night from the machine shop. You see here that it didn't machine something here at this point and at this point because it's wrapped. They removed the minimum amount and I told them don't make another pass, it should be fine because it was way out before. Now it's much better than before. And if I judge, let me remind you that before it was not full torque down. Okay, the exhaust manifold was not full torque down at the engine. And second, there was some burn marks, if I remember right, here and here. So I believe, as this right now, you're gonna be fine. Together with the exhaust manifold, how much material they remove from here, they remove also from the plates, from this surface. So to come and push it properly inside, to don't have any difference. Otherwise, if you machine the surface and you don't machine the surface, this step here, you're gonna come positive, and then you're not gonna have any forcing clamping on the manifold to the cylinder head. So we are looking good. I just want to take care about some small lips that has here. I'm gonna come here with a file it inwards, not outwards. I don't want to come out. And then lapping the hot side of the turbo, lapping the external like I said before, and continue closing the engine. Let me take care of the straight edge or ruler, putting it back again inside and start working. Let's see now something. On a good quality used external, that's what I'm expecting to see. Alright, just 1 second. Let's raise a little bit the boost, calm the piston down. Alright. So what do we have? I already lapped the ring here, okay, with the piston of the external, and it looks beautiful. The rate of leak that you hear right now, it's one of the reasons is it's not been warmed up, the external, and has a rate of leak first, and second, always has a rate of leak. Not something crazy, this is perfect actually. If you see some other cheap externals, they are disaster. This is beautiful, excellent. With a leak test, it's not the way to check the spring. Don't be confused. I'm gonna explain in a while. Now, from this side, it's stepping here. I make only five or six turns in total, not like how you're lapping the valve that you make from the back, but rotating all the time. Why? Because there is a high spot here, and there is a high spot here, and low spot here and here. That's what I want to eliminate. By start lapping it, let us say, in the same position, and make it only left and right, I'm gonna remove material from here and here, only from 2 points. Also here, then you're gonna have a contact here, but if I turn it, you're gonna change everything. That's why I want to spin it all the time to be equal the wear. You don't remove something, it's very minimum. And you see also one point here that's not stepping. Is it helping? Definitely it's helping, because it's transferring also the heat, since it's much more precise, the attachment, alright? And it's not leaking, even a little bit. That's what I have to say. Looking good, from up it's looking good. On the piston there is no problem at all about that. What I want to say, lapping compound, and I want to show you something, because now you may wonder, you're gonna say, you know what, the piston already open and you have less than a bar of boost, let us say. Alright, it's not like that. I'm gonna show you now, because to fill up this line till here, if I block it, you need some pressure to reach at zero, let us say this one, or to reach at 40%. I'm gonna show you now. If it didn't have any leak, I hope that you're gonna understand what I'm gonna say. We're gonna see about that. Now I just block the pipe, okay? To fill up the pipe and the rubber pipe, this is the current setup as it is right now, you need to reach at 20 psi, 1.5 bar of boost, almost 1.5 bar, to reach at 0 point the second pressure gauge. Okay, a little bit down. Yeah, 20 psi. Alright, But this has to do with the pipes. This is a leak tester. It's not to put a boost, let us say, and it's different. It's different. You don't say that, you know what, in less than a bar it's opening the spring. It might be, I'm gonna see that later. The spring that has inside is gonna be the minimum boost that you can run on a turbo, on a car. Okay, now this is how it looks like. The flange here that's stepping the hot side of the turbo, the turbine housing. There is a high spot here, here, and here. It's okay, it's decent, it's not that bad. This can be much worse than this. It's acceptable. It has also one dent over here. It looks okay. If you see any dent that's much higher, it's worth it, let us say, to get one fine file and file a little bit on the edge. So, and here, what do we see here in the middle? One second, if I turn off the light, yeah, it's much more clear, right? So you see that you have a ring here. My target is to reach still outside, to be like this, also outside, to be full out. Always this is worse than this one. So this you can do it while it's gonna be brand new, but when you have a new turbine housing, a new exhaust manifold that doesn't have any heat cycle, it didn't warm up, it didn't cool down, it will gonna work, but then you have to repeat again. For me, in this time that I have a used turbine housing and used exhaust manifold that's been warmed up and then cooled down, has some heat cycles, that's the ideal, because it's gonna last longer. And if it doesn't leak, it's gonna be even much better. You're not gonna have any problem. If it has a small leak, then it's gonna come worse and worse and worse with the time. If you torque it down properly and has a good contact, it can stay there forever. For the wastegate, I already explained to you that there is no need to open it, because there is no crazy rate of leak or something. From up it's not leaking here, it's beautiful. Down here I have to work a little bit on the ring from this side, not because of this, because of this here, classic. Or maybe what I'm gonna do, I can do it with a different way. I can fix on the lathe one stainless steel like this, lap this one first, like, imagine, let us say like that I'm supporting it somewhere and then I'm machining it, and then I'm getting this and I'm lapping it. Instead of machining it, I'm gonna machine it manually with another piece. Maybe I already have. I have how many externals? So I'm gonna get another one, an old ring that's nice and straight. I'm gonna lap it and then I'm gonna use this one to marry it with this surface. If it makes any sense what I'm saying, if you understand what I said actually. Okay, so once again, it's important. You're gonna tell me why you're doing that. I don't want to have any headache with this, because if this, it's not even, yes, the piston has a tension, has a spring tension, but I want to step here equal. I don't want to end up, let us say, the piston stepping sideways and has a gap from this point of view. That's why the problem is here at this surface, like I said earlier. It has a high spot here and high spot here. It's not the problem here, because you see this, as it spins, as I was lapping it here, you see that it has an equal pattern all the way around. So that's what I'm doing now, lapping it. At the end I'm gonna wash all the parts, the external carefully. I'm apply some pressure here and make the piston down, and then I'm wiping it from inside with a brake cleaner, air, to don't come. You don't want to come a lapping compound on this shaft in the middle, axle shaft, call it as you like, I don't know how to call it. I'm talking about this one here. You don't want to come nothing there. If it comes lapping compound over there, it's gonna always eating. That's why I'm putting it here a little bit, exactly the surface where I want, lapping it, removing it, wiping it out carefully, and moving on. See the progress. No, I don't want to come extra crazy. I don't want to stay all day here lapping. When it's gonna be acceptable, I'm gonna show you in the video. When I'm gonna be happy, let us say, with the results. Yeah, that's it for now. Wait, because I don't remember if I mentioned that on the previous video. Obviously, before you start lapping something, you have to get some measurements to see that it's acceptable that you can lap it, because if it's completely wrapped, let us say, or if it was completely bent or something, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to stay here, 3 days lapping it. First you have to machine it to bring it as close as possible straight, and then you have to lap it for a final touch up, let us say, to be 100%. So it makes sense, right? If it's, let us say, bent, or if it's burnt, or if it's like this and you don't have a contact at all, you stop what you're doing, you're sending at the machine shop, they machine it for you, and then you're lapping it. Don't spend 3 days lapping the ring of the external or something. Or if the external has a problem and it's not okay, you're not machining it, you're getting a new external. If you do that on a cheap external, you're gonna see the difference. Cheap external, it's not like the expensive external, if you like. The good quality, no. Bad quality with good quality. Nothing to do with the cheap, and because you can find also good quality cheap external. So, yeah, moving on. I'm gonna upload this video as it is right now, and when it comes the time when I'm gonna finish, I'm gonna prepare it, and I'm gonna start mounting on the engine, then I'm gonna make another video. Just one small update. For the intake manifold for the CL, I didn't even make an update, but anyhow, when he comes back the car, why I'm saying for the CL on the DAZA engine? Yeah, screw it. Moving on. Story of my life. Take a look how lucky I am. I have one, but it's bigger. Actually, all what I have, it's bigger than this. This is small. Yeah. Yay. Plan B. It doesn't come here inside. That's what I'm saying. Okay, forget about that. Then I found one fitting, because the guys, they opened for me the engine, they removed it from the car, so I don't know if there is a fitting here or not. I'm gonna keep it as a backup, standby. It might have on the car, it might not. We're gonna see about that. Usually here I'm crimping it. I'm not using this kind of fitting. I'm using different fitting, and I'm crimping it, because if this pipe goes away, if it has a leak or something, you're never gonna open the external, and you're gonna have an overboost. Okay. Then I have this piece. This is stainless steel, and I can machine it. I have to put it on the lathe and machine it to enter exactly inside. I'm gonna give the same dimensions like this, and I'm gonna use it as a cutting tool, if you like, to cut this area by lapping it. Okay, it's a good thing that I have also this for turning. And then I'm gonna make the final with this ring. And I keep this out. This is for a blow valve. This is an aluminium. You can do the same thing on a blow valve. The point is to don't have a boost leak, to don't have exhaust gases leaking, and to don't have a boost leak. So from wherever you can minimize this leak, this rate of leak, because it might have a little bit. If you can minimize it, you're gonna be much better. You're gonna spool faster. You're gonna have much more performance instead of trying to boost the universe from this point of view. That's it. Let me continue. I have to make also the adapter. Yeah. Since I haven't uploaded yet the video, let's continue, right? Let's make it bigger. Alright, now that's the adapter that I fixed. Obviously, I do care about the surface here. I make 3 fine passes to be as straight as possible. I'm gonna see right now actually when I'm gonna start lapping it. Okay, and it comes perfectly here inside. This is exactly the same dimensions like the ring that has this one. So I do care about, you see the surface, how much it gets. It's more than enough. So start lapping. Yay. Wait, I don't remember if I mentioned, on the housing I can make only from this side till this side, 180 degrees. Okay, I cannot make 360, obviously, it's touching. There is no problem, because this you're gonna sit in one place all the time. You're gonna line by the down pipe and by the inlet pipe, so always you're gonna be in one position. But like I said earlier, I think that I mentioned that earlier, on the external, this ring, you can change the position, it can spin. That's why I need to take care about this. It's not like that it's running all the time in the same position. Alright? So it doesn't spin this inside, obviously, it's steady. But when you try to insert it, it will not gonna be always in the same position. Alright? Anything else? No. Now I'm gonna upload it because I'm gonna forget it, and at the end it's gonna be 3 days video.